We got time for about one more.
I don't see why not. Jocko, you often talk about being on the path. What path is that, and where does it lead?
Yes. The path. Well, I can tell you what path I'm on and what path I strive to stay on. And that is the war path. That's the path I'm on. The war path. A path of war. Because to me, war path means moving toward a battle, a fight towards war. And that is what I am doing, and that's what I've always been doing. Whether it was the actual war against our nation's enemies or the war against my own weaknesses. That is what I am doing. Preparing. And sharpening my sword and honing my skills and maintaining the unmitigated daily discipline in all things. And the war path is just that. It's a path. It's a route. It leads somewhere. And so you ask, okay, then where does it lead? And yes, it can lead to war. And that's fine. In fact, I am waiting. And I am ready. Because the war path is a war against weakness, and so it leads to strength. It's a war against ignorance, and so it leads to knowledge. It's a war against confusion, and so it delivers understanding. And the path, the war path, leads to control and leads to ownership of your life. And that, to me, is the war path. The path of fire and adversity. The path of blood and of sweat and of suffering. The war path is the preeminent path of discipline. Which is why it leads to freedom. And beyond that, in the end, the war path, it leads to peace. And I think that's all I've got for tonight. So, thanks to everyone out there for taking the time to listen to this little podcast we put together. And if you like it and you want to support it, Echo, how do they do that?
If you're in the mood, if you work out, I know you heard this before, but if you work out and you want supplements that actually work, because the supplement industry, and you probably know this, bro, they can put whatever they want in it.
Yeah, there's no regulation.
Yeah. You can, I don't know if it was a documentary, it's something like that, where a guy just put chalk. That's all it was, chalk. And there he was like, hey, look, protein powder, sell it. And either he found there was no regulation saying he couldn't do it technically. Anyway, it's a whole long thing. Nonetheless, if you want for real ones,
that's actually not a bad product idea. We could make protein powder that you can use as chalk on the bar. So you could be chalking up and then eating.
Yeah, good. No, not yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we need to get on it to make the protein powder chalk up situation.
Yeah, that's a little bit different from what I was kind of saying, but nonetheless, if you go to onnit.com/Jocko, you can get 10% off their supplements. Anyway, my point being with that story is that their supplements are all like legit, and you can even read like about it, like their krill oil. I said this before. I feel like I said this before, but you can see like how they harvest them.
Yeah.
They use like eco-friendly boats. Like it's basically the ones you want to get.
Rowboats?
No. It's like the engines are like eco-friendly and
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff. Anyway, I was watching it. You can
That's
get addicted on there. But yeah, all legit. Warrior bars. I feel like we haven't really talked about Warrior bars.
And by the way,
much.
I got asked by somebody on Twitter the other day, hey, my joints are hurting. What should I take? Take krill oil.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Take krill oil. Yeah, I've been using krill oil for a really long time. I'm 44 years old. I'm almost 45 years old, actually. And my joints are doing solid. And knock on wood, I had some joint pain in the past. And when I started taking krill oil, I'm talking 10, maybe even longer years ago, I definitely attribute it to helping me, and also the glucosamine.
Yeah.
So,
and that's saying a lot because you're big. You're a big guy, 230.
and I'm not exactly flexible.
Yeah,
I'm not the most
and that's
flexible
even more.
person.
Yeah.
And I do like
after
heavy
it.
duty. I do heavy duty stuff. I mean, I get after it.
Yeah.
Not as much as I want to, and not as much as I should, but I try. I try to work out hard. I train jiu-jitsu. I surf. I run. I sprint. I just do all kinds of activities. And before, up until several years ago, I was in the military. I was in the SEAL teams, and I was running around doing all that crap for my whole life. Yeah. And so, I would say order up some krill oil.
Bro, just doing jiu-jitsu alone, especially as much as you do it, that alone, old, young, whatever, just doing that, and you're like, my joints are fine. If you're in that situation, bro, that alone.
Yeah, and the krill oil for sure. And also, I believe that working out, period, is very helpful in staying injury-free. Yeah. Because I always work out, and therefore I'm always moving, and therefore my joints aren't getting rusty. Right. But do both. Right. Do both. Yeah, I do get injured. I had the finger injury, which is pretty good right now. I had my shoulder got tweaked a little bit.
Yeah, but that's not
situation. That didn't stop me from rolling.
Yeah, and that's not the kind. Hey, I should have took more krill oil. Yeah, it's not that. It's like it's like when you wake up, or when you're like, hey, I'm gonna go out. You start working out. You're like, oh dang, I gotta warm up some more. And
like I take, just FYI, I take 3 of the 500 milligram. What are they, capsules in the morning, and 3 at night. So that's like 3,000 a day. Yeah, dang. Well, hey, there you go. Then do that then. I mean, like I said, you're a big tank that needs more krill oil. Anyway, it's good. And from Onnit, you're getting like the good one. Yeah. You're not getting it's the clean stuff.
Mass manufactured, the one from the corner store.
Krill.
Yeah, man. It's good. And you get 10% off.
Which is also good.
Onnit.com/Jocko. So
and you're supporting this podcast.
Bro, it's a win-win-win.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of supporting this podcast, Amazon.com click-through. It might be the best way. I don't know if it's the best way.
I would say different. It's another way.
It is another way, which is very effective, which has definitely helped support the podcast.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost anything. It's real easy to do. You just click.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the key thing to that one is remembering to do it.
Trooper Tool.
Trooper Tool, we got that. So go on the Chrome extension. Trooper Tool Chrome extension. If you haven't put that on your browser, and you do want to support the podcast through the Amazon situation, put that on there. It's easy. Makes it like super easy. Efficient. Aggressive.
Indeed.
Active and efficient.
Yes.
Not passive.
I like your attitude.
Yeah. You can support that way. And then obviously the podcast, subscribe on iTunes and the YouTube, which I'm putting more videos on there. Starting to. And it's gonna pick up too. I got some more content I'm gonna put up for sure. And then the Jocko store, if you like shirts and whatnot, if you like them, get one of those. And we have women's coming out.
Is there anything else you have coming out?
Yeah.
It's a secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
well, if you're signed up for if you're enlisted in the, what is it, the Insider Trooper email, then you can find out what else is out there, what else is coming, what else is on the horizon.
Yeah.
Because we've had a lot of people ask for this item.
What? Give me a hint.
Rash guards.
Yeah, if you do jiu-jitsu, rash guards are
Some
coming
people
out.
don't do jiu-jitsu and they still wear rash guards for
Good.
like working out.
Yeah, working out or diving.
Yeah, or
surfing.
surfing.
What they're originally for. Yeah, fully. I use a surfing rash guard a lot of times for jiu-jitsu.
You do.
But yeah, the rash guard's coming out, and then if you're into the gi, we got some patches too.
Oh, you got the patches coming out, your boy.
Yeah, they're good, cool, basic, the way we like them. But yeah, anyway, JockoStore.com. That's you can see all the stuff, and yeah, if you want to be on the insiders list, I don't spam people or send you like stuff just for the sake of sending stuff. I don't do that. In fact, I kind of undersend stuff.
Yeah, people don't want to be bothered. If you're going to send something, make it be important.
Yeah, at least something that I honestly think that you'll be interested in.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna put some thought into that. So yeah, there it is. That's the ways.
Now, in the very, very near future, like I'm talking maybe a week.
Sure.
And it's by early September 2016, you will be able to order Jocko White Tea, pomegranate. And you'll be able to order it from Amazon, which is good to go. And I got my first batch in. Matter of fact, I'm drinking a little bit of that stuff right now.
Oh,
yeah, that's it. Okay. And it definitely puts you in the zone. Little place I like to call the assault zone. Gets you there. So look for it. This is if you heard that first podcast with Tim Ferriss and he was like, "What is this adrenaline filled drink?" It was white tea, and white tea is not loaded with caffeine. There's other stuff in there. There's magic in there. There's antioxidants in there, and it tastes good. And anyways, so that's coming. You'll be able to order it. I'm kind of wondering to see if people want Jocko White Tea. I think they do.
Yeah.
And we will find out shortly. I know I do.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing because, like just kind of on the surface, we'll be like, hey, what's Jocko into? It's not like, something crazy. It's like something, let's face it, sounds kind of delicate, white tea.
Well, when you see the can that it comes in,
it's not delicate.
It's not delicate.
It's hardcore.
It's weird because I was trying to think of where I discovered it, and I actually don't know. I actually can't remember why I drank it for the first time. But when I started drinking, I was like, "Oh yeah, this stuff it feels so good." Especially when you're under stress or there's a lack of sleep or you need to be mentally sharp. It's the deal.
Bro, you can mix white tea with it'll mess up the taste, but you mix Jocko White Tea with Alpha Brain.
I've done it. I've done it here in the podcast. Yeah, it doesn't mess up the taste. It tastes good.
Dang. All right.
Well, the white tea is it's not like this super harsh taste. It's
super mild.
It's a not mild because you can taste it. You can kind of feel it too.
Light.
Yeah,
but light but heavy. Hardcore.
It's I don't even know how to describe it. Sure. It's just not a heavy taste.
Yeah.
So you can mix it with a lot of stuff. And you can, like I said, you can be able to get that on Amazon. So you can click through, then you can get it on Amazon. You can also go ahead and buy the little book called Extreme Ownership when you're there.
Highly recommend.
Yep. And you can get that anywhere. Anywhere they sell books, you can buy the hardcover. You can buy the digital audio format, which my brother Leif Babin and I actually read. You can get it for your people up and down the chain of command, your friends, family, whoever it is that you think needs to get on board with the program. Get him a copy. That's kind of a good initiator for him. Mm-hmm. And also, October 20th and 21st in San Diego, we are having the Extreme Ownership Muster. That is also Leif Babin and myself. We're going to be getting granular with the combat leadership lessons that we learned on the battlefield and how you apply those lessons in your business and in your life. Now, that event is going to be extremely interactive. We're not going to be hiding behind a curtain. We're going to be out front with the troops. If you got questions, we are going to answer them. If you got something you need, we're going to talk about it. If you got a problem, we're going to come up with a solution. I say we because we're going to work together. We're going to learn. I can't wait to see how much I'm going to learn with the list of people that are coming is awesome. Every industry you could imagine, every level of leadership you can imagine, it's really going to be fired up. And Leif and I have been hammering out the schedule, and there's so much material and so much good information and so much good content. It's going to be awesome, and I cannot wait to kick it off.
Is jiu-jitsu part of the schedule?
Jiu-jitsu is not on the schedule,
right.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically have a jiu-jitsu situation happening at the gym. So the event is Thursday, Friday. So maybe it's going to be Wednesday night if people come in early. Maybe it's going to be Saturday if people want to stay, or Sunday people want to stay the weekend.
Yeah.
So
or just have them like where they're like, welcome, come to the gym. Like these are the guys from the muster.
Or maybe I could just bring some mats to the hotel and do some kind of but no, then we gotta. No.
The gym is way better because it's like it's one of the best
gotta
gyms.
Bring people to the gym.
Yeah.
So if you want to get the jiu-jitsu together, we are going to get the gym. I mean, I train jiu-jitsu. I'm in San Diego. I'm training.
Yeah.
So we'll be in San Diego. We will be training. We might not be able to do it Thursday night because it's a packed schedule. Doesn't end until late at night, but either Wednesday night or probably once the muster's over, because heading into the muster, I'm going to be like in the game. And actually, I think I have an event earlier in the week. So probably going to be the weekend. If you want to get your jiu-jitsu on, stay the weekend.
Yeah.
Go home Sunday afternoon, get a red-eye flight back to the East Coast or whatever. Or if you're out here, just go home Sunday night.
And that's kind of just muster, no muster. People come in and they're like, "Hey, I want to come in the gym."
Yeah,
guys have come. This guy Max, I just met. Him and his girlfriend, his wife. I forget if they're married or not, but they came in and he was like, "Hey, I just came in, whatever." So yeah, people just come in.
Awesome.
And they just let them in too, of course. You know.
Yeah. Also, hey, look, I know that the muster's expensive. And in this situation, guess what? It costs money to put it on. It costs money for the hotel room, the event room, the food, the AV equipment, the security, the logistics, all that stuff. It costs money. And the reason that we're investing in it is because we want it to be the best. We want it to be the best event that you have ever been to. That's what I want. That's all. But that does cost money. And so if you can't afford to come out to it, you know what? I apologize. But the podcast is free. The book is $20. Get what you can out of that. But if you can't afford to come out, come on out. Because you being there is going to make us all better. Because every single person I get so many responses on Twitter. I get so much stuff through the social media that I'm learning from everyone here. So anybody that can come out and participate and ask that question or give that scenario or give that piece of input is going to make us all better. So come on out and get some. And as always, if you want to continue this conversation, you know where you can find us. All up on the interwebs. Twitter, Instagram, and that Facebook, boha. It's Echo at Echo Charles, and I am at Jocko Willink. And finally, to you, to those of you out there in the battle, our military guys in Iraq and in Syria, fighting against a truly evil and abhorrent enemy. Stay sharp, stay focused, and be aggressive. It'll keep you alive. To the police officers who are suffering through hard times right now, verbal and physical attacks, I'm going to tell you, take the high ground in both those cases. Detach from that negativity and do your job to the best of your ability. Be smart and stay safe. And of course, the firefighters and the emergency medical teams that keep us safe, keep us healthy, and come to us in our time of need. You all stay vigilant and train hard. And to the rest of you troopers out there, all over the world, doing what you are doing, make sure you do that thing with every ounce of effort you got. And make sure you stay on the warpath and get after it. So until next time, this is Echo and Jocko out.